Good afternoon, students. In this video segment, we shall factorize quadratic trinomial. Quadratic trinomial. Now, please, before you view this video segment, I would like you to view the videos on polynomials. Now, when we talk about trinomial, when I taught polynomials, this is a polynomial of 3 terms. A polynomial of 3 terms. Just like you have triangle. Okay? 3 angles and the rest of them. So quadratic means that the highest exponent of the variable is 2. When you talk of quadratic means the highest exponent of the variable in that expression or equation is 2. And then trinomial means a polynomial of 3 terms. So for this video segment, we shall factorize complete quadratic trinomial. Complete quadratic trinomial. So a complete quadratic trinomial is of the form ax squared plus bx plus c. This is what we know as complete. It is complete. We have the highest exponent being 2. This makes it a quadratic. And then we have 3 terms, which makes it a trinomial. The exponent of x here is 2. The exponent of x here is 1. And of course, if you have x, the exponent of x here is 0. Remember that anything raised to the power 0 is 1. That is one of the laws of exponents. So this means at least you have 2, 1, 0. It's complete. It's a trinomial. And in descending order, it is like that. Okay? Usually we don't put the 1 here. And of course, because x raised to power 0 is 1, we just leave this way. Now, we see that our first term is ax squared. That is the first term. We see that our second term is bx. And we see that our third term is c. So that gives you a complete quadratic trinomial. So if you look at the questions here on the right hand side, we see that this is a complete quadratic trinomial. Each of these, you have the term that has the square of the exponent, the first term. You have the term that has the exponent of the variable is raised to power 1. This term has the square of the variable. The square of the variable. Not square of the exponent. Yeah, square of the variable. The variable here is x. That's the variable here. So the first term will have the square of the variable. The second term will have the linear part of the variable raised to power 1. And of course, the third term will be a constant. Just a constant, usually, is the third term. Right? So we see that the coefficient of x squared, we now talk about coefficient. Coefficient of x squared is a, because it's attached to it. Just like here, coefficient of k squared is 1. Here, coefficient of k is negative a. And of course, this is a constant. So then we look at the coefficient of x. What is attached to x is b. Right? And of course, our constant is c. Our constant is c. So this is what we expect in a quadratic trinomial. Now, the next thing we are going to look into is how do we solve quadratic trinomials? How do we solve it? And I will begin on how we solve it. In the next video, I'm going to talk about how we solve it. So if we kind of warm up in all this, what I've just explained. So number 1 is a quadratic trinomial The first term is k squared. The second term is negative 8k, not just 8k. Alright, the third term is 15. Here, the first term, if you're solving this, you have to rearrange it. If you're solving this, you have to rearrange it. When you have negative 20 plus j squared plus j, you rearrange it to be j squared plus j minus 20. Or you can reorder it. You reorder it so that the first term will be j squared, second term will be j, and the third term will be negative 20. Right? So go ahead and you do those like that. I hope you understand it, and please look out for the second video. Thank you.